It's the ATA Show 2016, and at Outdoor Ohio, we're going to show you the whole show in a short amount of time. This is going to be a fun episode.
Spot and stalk, ground blinds, tree stands, shooting range. Bow Dagger, archery's first and only functioning stabilizer and bow stand. Revolutionary patent-pending technology. Bow Dagger, 100% counterbalanced with pendulum effect. Bow Dagger, standing up for your bow.
Okay, my goal was to show you the whole show, but wow! While we were able to cover a lot, there's just no way to show you everything in the short format the web demands. We'll try to cover some of the hottest news, introduce you to some new products, and throw in a surprise or two. The ATA is not open to the general public, so consider this your day pass. And we'll be starting with the fine folks at Hoyt Archery.
All right, we're where I belong. You all know this already. I'm a Hoyt guy.
There you go.
And I'm really excited because there's a couple of new Hoyts out this year. We're here with Evan. Tell me what's going on.
So our biggest one, our flagship bow, is the Carbon Defiant. Okay, that's a 31-inch axle, 7-inch brace height this year, 3.6 pounds mass weight, shooting 331 feet per second. This is it in the new Under Armour Ridge Reaper pattern, brand new for us this year. And right now we're the only company in the market that is using this pattern.
That's awesome.
So.
Now, I got to shoot the aluminum 34 just a minute ago, and that's the only difference is the riser. Everything else is the same.
Right. As far as the components go and the new technologies, both of them have the new ProLock limb pocket. They both have the new UltraFlex limbs, and both have the new DFX cam systems.
And that's a big deal because with the 34-inch, what they're saying, what Hoyt is saying, is with the 34-inch bow,
that's right,
and the 7-inch brace height, and the new limbs and cams, you're going to have all the forgiveness of a 37-inch bow.
The 34 will feel like a 37, and the 31 will feel like a 34.
One of the neat things too that a lot of people may not know about is the fact that Hoyt added a third string stop to the Defiant, which is going to result in a really rigid back wall. Right.
So we tried to make the entire line more dealer friendly this year. So we don't have the removable modules anymore. We have a rolling module now. So the cam now offers the entire range available right out of the box. So no more pulling stuff off and trying to find stuff for the right draw. 2 Torxes, roll it, and you're done. When we did that, obviously the old module system had the brake built into it for your cable stop. So what we did is we have an upper and a lower cable stop. That's all you need to run this bow and make it function and have it time and have that nice solid back wall. A lot of guys want one that's even more rock solid, and so we have on the upper, we have an optional limb stop peg slot where you can put that in, and once it hits that limb, you're not going anywhere.
And the difference is amazing. If you shot the Nitram like I do, or even beyond that, like the Spider 30 from 2013, the difference is night and day.
Yep. And now we can tune this riser to shoot and have it perform the way we want it to.
And the way we want it to.
That's right.
Evan, thank you very much.
Casey, it's a pleasure, sir.
Yeah, it wasn't lost on me that the guys were there from Bone Collector. It turned out that they were kind of pesky.
Hey, I love all that hunting y'all do in West Virginia and Ohio and Oregon. Hey, he's one of the best.
Did you see who that was?
If you didn't, you can...
Oh, I want his autograph.
The truth is, those guys hung out for the whole week. They were really receptive and very friendly to their fans, and I can respect that. Let's talk targets.
This is Brittany from Reinhardt Targets. You know how much I like Reinhardt Targets. We've been to the R100 a couple different times. I know you have too, but that's just the beginning. What are some of the new products from Reinhardt this year?
Well, our biggest launch is going to be our decoy series, and we're very excited about these. These are extremely lightweight and portable. They come with a convenient carrying case. It weighs 8 pounds or less. The nice thing about this, and the thing that we think really sets our decoys apart, is that it has 3 pivot points that give you movement. It's extremely realistic. We've had really good results with our field testing, both with the people and with the animals. We do have a video on our Facebook page that shows some of the results of that field test, so people can check that out. But the nice thing is we have 2 fans going on this, and this is the kind of movement that we're getting. So you've got a pivot point at the base of the body. There's 2 places that it can pivot from. So if it's a bit windier, you put the deer on the front and it doesn't move quite as much. If it's not as windy, you put it on the back pivot point and you get really good movement. You've also got the movement in the neck and the head. So if the body's not moving, a lot of times you still get that head swing around. If you got a deer that comes up and pokes at it, it's gonna react and swing back and forth, which if you watch the video, you can see it really catches their attention. So
now, it's not just a doe, you've got...
Right, we've got a buck, an antelope, and a coyote as well.
Excellent. Very good. Take a look at it, Reinhardt3D.com. Photobomb. This is Mark from Matthews. They had a huge announcement here yesterday, and we're going to be on the forefront of telling you what's going on with Matthews.
Thanks, KC. Yeah, we had 2 new bows we launched yesterday. First one is our Halon X, based on our Halon series of a hunting bow. It's 35 inches axle to axle, 7-inch brace height. This is going to be our crossover bow. It's going to be our 3D and a hunting bow. We've already had 1 win with it this weekend in Iowa, and it's going to be a solid shooter.
And what's your other one?
In addition to this one, we came out with a Z3, we're calling it. It's based on the old Z7 series, but it's a price point. It's only $750 retail, but all the technology that comes with the old Z7, we brought it again with the Z2, but now the Z3 with the new looking riser, new roller guard, and a nice affordable package.
Now this one is a shorter axle to axle. How many different versions of this are you going to have?
Just the one right now. It's 30 inches axle to axle, just over 7-inch brace.
7 inches on a 30-inch axle.
Yep.
Wow. There you go. The new stuff from Matthews, available at an archery shop near you. We're here with Marvin at Shooting Edge LLC, and we've all seen the problems sometimes with the carbon arrows when people shoot them through their hands. Marvin, you've got a new product. Well, it's been out for about 5 years, but it's mostly been tested.
Yes.
That's supposed to help keep that from happening. What is this?
Well, what we have here, it's got 3 layers of Kevlar that stops the arrows from penetrating. They're also bound together with rubber absorbing, energy absorbing materials. And so what that does is on impact, it prevents any penetration, keeping the arrow from penetrating through your hand. It also fits very nicely on your bow hand. And if you overdraw or arrow breaks, it'll hit the back of your hand and it ricochets off without causing any injuries. What it'll do is it'll actually, so here we got a broadhead. If you overdraw, drop a broadhead on your hand, it'll actually hold the weight, and you have a few moments to go, oh, I can think about this.
I can't even feel myself doing that.
And this is a really sharp broadhead.
I'm glad I'm wearing this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really sharp broadhead. If you did that without any protection, I'll guarantee it would go right through your hand.
Wow.
I mean, so it makes a huge difference. Now, I can't say that it's bulletproof or anything like that, but it will significantly reduce your chance of an injury. It's about 40 times greater than no protection at all. I highly recommend this for every shooter that's out there because stuff just happens.
Protex Kevlar Armored Glove. Look for it at a retailer near you, and you got a website?
We do have a website at shootingedge.com.
That ain't even a beard. My 14-year-old's got a beard.
That's a beard?
If you've watched Outdoor Ohio for a couple of years, you know that we've had a great relationship with Horton. Horton's gone through some things, but they're back, and they're a part of 10 Point and Wicked Ridge. We're with Brian, and there's a whole new product this year, and you're really excited about it. That's the first thing you wanted to talk about, so tell me all about it.
Absolutely, KC. I wanted to show you this new 10-point crossbow offering. It's called the Carbon Nitro RDX. It's a reverse draw crossbow system. It's a premium crossbow. It has our patented carbon fiber woven barrel technology on the barrel here. It will come with our Rangemaster Pro speed dial scope. In addition to that, it has a carbon fiber injected polymer super strong stock. Has a 15.5-inch power stroke, and shoots a super light arrow about 385 feet per second. A Carbon Pro Elite arrow, standard hunting size arrow, about 365 feet per second. So you get about 125 foot-pounds of kinetic energy out of that. So you're going to put quite a punch on whatever it is that you shoot at.
Now there's a new innovation coming in crossbows, and yours isn't the only one that's doing this, but I'm excited to see it on yours, string stops.
Absolutely. So without a string stop on the crossbow, after the shot, that string is going to oscillate about 12 to 14 times. With that string stop, it cuts that oscillation down to just about 4 times. Now, the advantage that you gain by that is that the amount of energy that's left in the crossbow that's being dissipated out actually it usually goes out to the limbs and the cams, which can put a lot of stress on those. The string stop, not only does it stop that vibration and that oscillation, the byproduct of that is you get a quieter bow.
Now, can you believe that? A quiet crossbow. I've seen this thing shot. It's nearly as quiet as your favorite compound bow. That is not a joke. You cannot dismiss it because it's a crossbow. You have to try it out. It's great to meet you, Brian, and thank you for showing us this awesome new tool from 10-Point.
Thanks for letting me talk about it, Casey.
Oh, one other thing. These guys, Ohio manufacturer. An Ohio
Made in the
business.
USA. Made in Ohio.
Woohoo!
Proudly.
Someone online had asked me to take a look at the new Crosman Pioneer Airbow. It's going to retail for $849 and can fire 8 375 grain arrows at a consistent 450 feet per second. It'll come with 3 custom arrows and field tips, a 6x40 scope, a sling, and a quiver. The modern crossbow is its competition, and it's easy to see why, because you can shoot more arrows in less time, it's ambidextrous, easy to operate, and canting it won't affect your accuracy. But I can tell you this, it's loud. It's legal in around 30 states for coyotes and predators, but in Ohio, it's only legal for coyotes and hogs. No deer or turkey. At least not yet. There were lots of opportunities to shoot and learn at the different seminars, but we had new products to look at. We were nowhere near done.
All right, we're here with Rod from Sword Sights, and you got a brand new sight coming out this year. I'm actually, I have a sword on my bow, but this one I really want.
Yeah, thanks again. It's quite a year for us here at the 2016 ATA show. This is our new Judge, and we haven't had an adjustable sight quite like this before. Micro adjust on the windage bar, quick adjust on the elevation, and it's also available in 10 and 19 thousandths on the up pin. The other nice thing is we offer a multi-pin in the same technology. So lots of options for you, and this type sight is getting more popular all the time.
Well, what I like is how creative you got with the name of it. This is the Judge. The 5-pin is called the Jury. So you got the Judge and the Jury. I love it.
Yeah, that kind of goes hand in hand. A little bit of inside joke there, but single pin guys and multi-pin, you know, whatever fits your needs, we should have you taken care of for sure.
All right, you're gonna hear a lot more from Sword Sights on Outdoor Ohio, but this is what I want to show you for now because this is a brand new product about to come out when?
We're looking at about 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, right in that neighborhood.
Awesome.
So,
and here's the important part. They're an Ohio company.
Absolutely, go Bucks.
Not to be outdone, Delta McKenzie has a story to tell as well. So we're here with Steve, and now we were out shooting 3D this last year, and we came across a couple of brand new Delta targets, and we thought, wow, something's different. These things are great. What's going on with the targets?
We've made a lot of refinements to our process. The overall build quality is just improved. Not a lot of incredible changes per se. It's not that we're using a new foam or anything different on that, but we're building them better. It's something we're always striving to do with continuous improvement practices. So this one here is our new for 2016. It's called the Texas Hill Country Whitetail. It's going to be a new target on the ASA circuit this year. You can see it's got a full foam body, We use the XT foam in the cores for added durability, but it still pulls very nicely, and feel really good about this one and about our lineup entirely.
Sounds great. Now that's not the only thing. You've got some other new targets as well.
Yeah, so we've got our new Mo Foam layered targets. So this is a what we call a welded process on what you would see in a traditional open cell layer, where these would actually, if you rolled them, they would kind of fold like paper or shuffle like cards. So this one is a welded process. If you cut this off, you'd see a bunch of holes on top here, and what we do with that is we insert rods and down through those holes, welds the foam together. You can actually cut this anywhere and it will stay together. It won't pull itself apart. So it's pretty cool foam on that, and we're using a little heavier density than we had in years past. Super durable. I really love it for shooting paper targets because you don't get weird kicks with the arrows, so it's important for scoring. And
how many shots?
As many as you'll want to put in a year, I guarantee that. So it'll last you for a year plus easily. So probably for until you get tired of looking at it and you want something new. So
very good. Great new things at Delta McKenzie. So if you got a club that needs some targets, give them a first look.
We're getting set to wrap up our trip to the ATA trade show in Louisville, but we had another request. Somebody wanted us to talk to Dan Kaufman. He was not hard to find. He was traversing the show with that wonderful rack of his. So we decided to stop him and see if we could get a little bit of his story.
Last night on Outdoor Ohio's Facebook page, I asked our viewers what they wanted to see here at the show. And a person specifically said they wanted me to talk to Dan Kaufman. You may not have known that name 2 months ago. Things have changed. Now there's certain things we can't say because just like every other hunter who's ever wanted to be successful, his story is going to be exclusive elsewhere in March.
Yes, sir. It comes out in February on North American Whitetail, and it'll also be airing in August on our TV show, The Break, on DishNet, the Hunt Channel.
Very good. All right, so what can you tell us about this monster?
All right, well, I hunted this deer for 2 years. I've got his sheds for his left sides for both years. I've found one last year. The other one actually a farmer found, and I got that off him. He was generous enough to allow me to have that. So 2 years, the deer showed up 3 times in the daylight. In 2 years, 2 seasons. You know, I was fortunate enough to be in the right place on that 3rd day. I spent a lot of time studying this deer. You'll see that in the story and the TV show. And there'll be other magazines with it too. And you know, he wasn't near this big last year. He was huge though. He was still a monster buck. You know, I would have shot him last year in a heartbeat, but unfortunately he did not give me the opportunity, but actually that is fortunate.
Now I'm going to make them all very, very jealous. I'm going to touch it. Ha ha. All right, so yesterday they announced what the score.
Yes, sir.
First of all, how many points?
He's got 37 scoreable points. He's got 1 broken off point. It was about 1.5 inches from what I could see on the trail camera pictures. Hundreds of trail camera pictures of him. The SCI score was 307/8. They don't give a net. The Boone and Crockett, or Pope and Young Boone and Crockett Ohio Big Buck, he was panel scored. That score is, as of now, officially, when I turn it in, will be Pope and Young net of 287 inches and 5/8. That'll be a gross of 298 inches and 2/8.
And that puts you where?
Puts me number 2 Pope and Young. Puts me number 2 state of Ohio. I'm uncertain what it is worldwide, but I gotta think it's in the top 10 is my guess. So yeah, very excited.
Can you tell us what county you were in?
Fairfield County, Ohio.
Fairfield County.
Yes, sir.
It's a great place for deer, and I really want to thank you for your time. Our listeners, our viewers just wanted to know more about it.
Absolutely.
And I really look forward to finding out what's going to happen here in March when the story actually can come on out. We can all celebrate with you.
Awesome.
And you're from Ohio.
Yes, sir.
Aha, see? Ohio, home of the real big bucks. From crossbows to compound bows to broadheads to blinds to celebrities to food, everything you can think of is here at the ATA show. A lot of it you're going to have to wait on to see at your local retailer, but we're happy we were able to show you a little preview right here on this episode of Outdoor Ohio.